If you're here, kindly share this video to benefit other people or share video and benefit other people. It's nothing but just to give back to the community. It's time for us to do. All I want you to do is to share it to your brother, your sister, your friends, as you think they are interested in also knowing how to, develop their own website. So this one is not for you to pay. It's not for you, I mean, to give me anything. It's for you to also share the knowledge out. I wanted to take some of my time to teach around what I know and hoping that it will help other people also to get some knowledge and also share their knowledge, In this internet world is full of what we call open sources and how can we use it to become, some people are looking for jobs, some people are looking for how to develop their own websites and other sources. It's a very broad website, but I will take you to the basics so that if you get the basics, you can also move on from the basics to help yourself to move on. And this is very important to every individual. And we are very important MOBR. It is a per se, if you want to really know how to develop your own website, I think we can start this way. But I will move on more, to do more when you show more of your, attendance. So I want to share this video to your brothers, your sisters, your friends that are interested in coding. Most to the point, it's a program to write a code that will be useful for your society. So kindly, if you are here, all I want you to do is to share it out. Share the video and let people come on board and we share the knowledge together. Today I'm doing this introduction on uh, HTML, which is one of the languages everybody will have to know before, before trying to, to do anything development of websites and web apps. So this is just an introduction I'll do today, and it will not take long, it will take short, and I'll make sure that I'll always take 30 minutes per any subject. And I'm not going to go deeper, but I'll make sure I'll summarize it so that mo nyinaa mobɛte aseɛ. Wakɔ school o, wonkɔ school o, ɔso bɛtumi ate deɛ mekyerɛ yi ase. Ɛyɛ ade a obiara bɛtumi ayɛ a wo a wohwɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wodane web developer anaasɛ wodane a coding, wonyɛ code a bɛtumi aboa wo ama woadevelop website and a web page a. This is how we started. Nti deɛ wobɛyɛ naa ne sɛ woba ha a na woahyɛ video no, you share out the video to those who are also interested to join the revolution. In this world, if you say we more if you have no much, we need to be far we more. It's you find difficult. To also work in many ways. It's very important that some of us should know that they can also participate in making things possible for them. So I have been also, I've also created, a page whereby some people are there. So you can also ask me to add you there so that you can also benefit from that one. From now, let's start on the subject that we are on now, what we have to do and how we are going to do it. As I said, we are going to learn what is called HTML. And HTML itself, it's a language. No, it's a language that is what you have to start with whenever you want to be a web developer. You want to be, I mean, you want to build a web app, website, and other things. So HTML is very important. As I told you guys, I'm going to take at least 30 minutes to do this introduction. So for you to know much about HTML is very important. Some people think the website just moved. The website works behind it is a lot of codes and there are a lot of revolutions going on even in the world of coding. So we have the HTML5, which is now the recent one. We had different type of HTMLs before. So today I will take you straight to the HTML, 5, which is now being used. But I told you that I'm not going to go details on, some things that will be, some questions with and other things. But just to start, I want to let you start to know. First of all, I would like you all to notice this website over here that I'm using. In my course, this tutorial, I'm going to use W3 Schools, which is a place where you can also go on there to learn without waiting for me. And it is going to give you a lot of, tutorials from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python, PHP, Bootstrap, and other things. You're going to learn them over there for free. For reading, you have to read and then also understand. So we want to know what is HTML as we are here. So HTML, it stands for, the first one, it stands for the Hypertext Markup Language. And then also the HTML itself, it stands for markup language for creating web pages. If you go to, we do some example, you see it. If you go to ghanaweb.com, whatever website you go, you see that there is behind it is a code called HTML, which contains everything that makes you have possibility for you to watch, to look inside the code and see what is there. So HTML itself, it's very important for everybody to understand how to build their own website. This is the first part of the website building. So most of the website, this one contains everything in the website. And they say what HTML describes the structure of the web page. Yes, how the web page must look like. You want your web page to be looking like anyhow. HTML is what is behind it. HTML consists of series of elements. Yes, we will talk about the elements of HTML, which helps us to understand very well how HTML, because in HTML we have a lot of elements, a lot of tags. We will learn also something about it. HTML tells the browser how to display the content. With the HTML, you can tell the browser what the browser should do and what the browser not to do. You see how it displays the color, the navigation tabs, the search engines, and other things. The HTML shows you. That's the visual part. In most of this HTML, what it shows us, the front end. We say the front end, we have the front end and then the back end. The back end is the database area where you don't see, but front end is what, when the HTML is being coded, you see what it displays. And also, we have the elements, HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is the heading, the paragraph, this is the link, etc. So for example, if I want to see how this code was made, you know, I can expect this code somehow. Looking at things. Okay, now I made such a thing that you cannot see it because it is hidden. So I'll share it out so you see. Let me show you something. So now on my computer over here, I'll show you some things in front of me here, whereby I'm coding some website of mine, and I think I have to use this one. Okay. Behind the HTML, there are some codes. You see, when I show everything, look, let me close this one up. Okay, this is the website as you say it. Now behind this website, if I go to expect the website, I found there are a lot of codes behind these things. That makes the website to be a website. You see, we have the doc type. You see here, we have this thing here, which is a doc type. So if I touch this, it shows me where the website code is. So now, if I want to see this thing that I was teaching, I was telling you guys, you can see if I click here, it shows me where the tags is. HTML describes the structure of the web page. You see, so this is where the codes are. But this one is just to show you that behind anything, you see it on your website, you see everything, you have something that is behind it. So for example, if I take ghanaweb.com, let's go to ghanaweb.com, okay? Now, we have ghanaweb.com. Now, behind ghanaweb.com, there are series of codes that makes the ghanaweb.com to display. So look, if I want to know this, so let me say I want to see how they coded this one. If I click it, it shows me over here. So here, those of you who have experience of coding, you understand where this code is really is. You understand how this code is really made. You understand me? So you understand the image of Ghana Web. If I take something like this, for example, I want to just display the image on my computer. I don't need to look the image over there displaying. Now let's see. Then I put something like this, and I just did this. You see, it shows me the image, only the image over there at ghanaweb.com. You see, this is how it works. So there are a series of codes behind whatever website that you are watching that makes it possible for you to view it. And we have many things. So this is just introduction of what we call HTML. So let's go back. So behind any website are series of codes that you can also follow up to see. So for example, let's take an example over here. Okay, so I write this as an example. So this is an HTML tags. These are tags. These things are tags. So it says the document type that we are dealing with is HTML. You see it? Then it's closed. So open tab. These ones I'll explain to you later. So this is how the HTML is structured. This is how it's really structured. You see, this is the HTML open and the header, the title. So this is the HTML. You see, when it's want to print, you bring it here, you get something like this. Let me say let's say, let me write here in the header, our first code for website. Okay, let's say for web. Okay, so if I run this code, okay, if I run this code, it gives me what I wrote. So this is the HTML. So in this course, I would like you people to always follow something, read it yourself. Sometimes knowledge is not that you have to wait until somebody comes to teach you. I think we have to start reading some things ourselves. So you go to w3schools.com. It help you can learn HTML over there, how to create a website by yourself. So this is the first introduction of, as I'm telling you, we do just introduction today. So so when I show you, you saw this thing when we ran it. When we ran it, we got something like this. Let's say when we ran that code, we got something like this. Okay, so it was explained. It was explained simply over here. And HTML for web designing starts with this. The doc type is very important. So what does this website, this one does? Decoration defines that this document is an HTML file, HTML5 document. Okay, this is very important. You have to also know this. And what the you say what this one is the element, is the root element of the HTML page. So the root, the beginning. Okay, if you want to start any HTML web page, you have to have the beginning of the HTML web page. So you start with the document type is HTML, which is 5, which is now recently, and then the beginning of the HTML5 is this. Okay, then it is the root. Was it the root of the HTML, the beginning of the HTML? So the head, in this head contains meta information about HTML page. We go deeper in that side. The head contains sometimes the title, the CSS, links. It helps you to take, to connect some links from the CSS where we are going to learn that later. So this is also one part of the tag. And then the title. The title here displays what is here on the page, like this one, okay, is the title. So for example, if I go to see the code, let me inspect the code, okay? You see this thing here, let's find it where it is. This thing at the top of our website over here. You can see it, or if you can see, let me know. At the top over there. So if you go to any website, you have a name over there. So let's see, where can we inspect, where can we find that one? So let me see something. So in this form, you see we have as I told you, we have the head, we have the title. So look at the title over here. This is it. You see it? This is the title. This is it over here. So it displays at the top here. That is the title of the HTML. So we go down, 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 and down. So that's it. So now let's go back to our normalities. So the title is very important too in HTML to show you whenever you browse on a website, you see at the top the title. So then we have the body. The body is what contains all that you want to do with HTML. The body, which is where anything you are doing, anything you want to do is contained in this body. So it's very important, that one too. So the body, then the hyperlink tables, element define, this the element, the body, this one, which is the body, is a tag, okay, or it's an element. Let's say defines the document body. The all everything you write in the website is inside, which appears to the client, which appear to the people outside, is found in the body, and it contains for all visible, as I said, whatever you want people to see, it's found over there, such as heading, the headings, the paragraph, the hyperlinks, and other things. They are all over there. The div and other things, they are all over there. Then we have this one is we understand about this element too. This element makes the text bigger. We have H1, H2, H3. They are there, which defines how large the text will look like. For example, if I go back to this place where we are, so if I make this H2, let me take this one out. Let me copy this and then just paste them out and let's see what's happened. Okay. Now I'll change this one to H2, the H2. It will come in H3, H3. So if you go, you see them. You see, this one is bigger than this, and this one is bigger than that. That is it. And then the normal one, you can just use H, which is not there. You cannot use H. Sorry. So this is I mean how it's been. But we go details into that. So what are the elements? I talk about a little bit of elements. These are elements: HTML elements, head elements, title elements, body elements, and this HR element and all that thing, paragraph elements. So in these elements, we have many things. So today, I think we'll end here. As I told you, I'm not going to go more deeper. So we end in the introduction, as I think you see the elements. What are the elements? An HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tags. Some content and end tags. Some of them have a start. This is the tag. These blue things that you see, the tag. Okay, the start tag and the end tag. The start tag and the end tag. That's the element. You see, this thing is the start tag. Let me show you. This one here is a start tag, and this one here is the end tag. The end tag is denoted by this backslash. Okay, the backslash shows that there's the end of what you are writing here. So I write my blah 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 here. It shows me that this place here it ends. So it will go to another line, and then that is it. That is how I can explain the tags for you, the start tag and the end tag. So we can also have this one, like this break, this one to I will let you understand. This one let you to jump to another line, and which has no start tag, it has no end tag. So it ends over here. Okay, it ends over here. So some of them here is the first heading, and we have the paragraph, we have the break, which is if you're writing, you say break, it go to another line. So you can write long sentences. So let me show you something about the break. So for example, if I write something like this, okay, I write something like this and I paste it. Look at what happened. It goes to the next line. But sometimes I can write something like a paragraph. Okay, say paragraph. C, paragraph. C. Okay, so there is a paragraph, and then it contains a word. So if I want to just go to to break it itself, there are some things that will go in the same line instead of going to other lines. So in this case, you make the break. The break helps you help text to go to the next line, and that's how it works. So let's see what happens. Is it going to break? It breaks. You see, this paragraph here breaks down. This thing over here, let's take off this. Let's take off this. So when we run it, it makes us to go to the lines of it to be on the same line like this. This break over here, as you can see, this break over here, let the things go down. So you see where I put the break, it goes to the next line and write heading. So when I write the code, this is what I got. So I think this is how the breaks works. So there are a lot of elements that we are going to learn, and this is really the structure of the HTML. That is the hypertext markup language. So this is the structure of it. This is the heading. This is the title tags. In the heading, we put on the title of our website, which appears at the top. Then we have the body, then we have to close it. You see the closing tag. This is called a closing tag. We close it up, and then that you see the body is closed here, but the body was open over here. We have syntax of any code. So this is very important. So I think today we are going to end up here with our HTML code, and hoping we can do it more and more. This is Let me know in your comments, or if you watch this video later, let me know what you think. Let me know how we can make it look more better, to make the thing works how you want. Yeah. So next time, let's see each other again. And I'll say to you, bye bye.